Hey guys, I am back and today I am going to be reviewing and comparing the new Buxom lip liners to their old formula. So I didn't notice that they were doing this, but they kind of silently, or maybe I'm just unobservant, discontinued their old plump line lip liner crayon, this big old lip liner formula, and replaced it with this new Powerline plumping lip liner. Clearly very different. But the main difference is they've changed up the packaging. It used to be this big chubby pencil, and now it is a retractable pencil. So we're gonna get into cost, colors, all of that good stuff in today's video. So please make sure to stick around, and if you like reviews like this, please let me know down below so that I can keep bringing them to you. And without further ado, let's hop straight into this review. So from what research I was able to do, the new formula comes in 10 different shades and retails for $21 on the Buxom website. I'm pretty sure this should be the same across all of the Ulta and other Buxom retailers, but that's what I'm getting directly from the company. And their previous liner formula came in approximately 20 shades, at least in their standard range. I don't know about limited edition colors, and they retailed for $18. So you're getting a little bit more expensive, and they've cut out some of the shades. I'm guessing they just got rid of the shades that didn't sell very well, because some of the shades do clearly have a pair in the old formula and the new formula. So for example, there is a Dangerous Dolly in the new formula, and one of the shades that I have from the old formula is Dolly Danger. There's a shade called Hush Hush Henna, which is one of the two shades that I have, and one of their nudes in the old formula was Hush Hush. So they've clearly just wanted to revamp their formula and taken some of the old favorite shades and converted them into the new one. So it looks like in the new formula, we've got 2 browns, 3 kind of beiges, a mauve, 2 berries, a red, and like a pink. So they've got all their bases covered with this new formula. So as I said, the main difference that I've noticed is the packaging, and I feel like that's the obvious thing that everyone notices. They've still got their little brush on the end, but now it is a retractable liner, and it has this teardrop shape that you can see there. The other big difference that I noticed is the amount of product that you get. So the old formula had 2.1 grams of product, and they claimed it was an all-in-one plumping lip liner with a built-in brush to define, contour, and fill lips. And this new one claims always sharp, chisel tip, plumping lip liner that shapes and defines lips with creamy matte color and a built-in blending brush, but you only get 0.3 grams of product. So I went and I checked my other lip liners because I was curious if this is standard or if they were just giving us a lot of product before. And I've got a little collection here, and it seems that most other lip liners have about 1.2 grams of product. So that's what's in Dior, that's what's in MAC, that's what we get in Huda Beauty. The only lip liner that also has about 0.3 grams of product is this Revlon lip liner. So I think that if I had more retractable lip liners, that might be the case, but the only lip liner that has the same amount of product is my only other retractable lip liner. So if amount of product is important to you, then this may not be your best investment. Not that you can really invest in a lip liner, but I do think it is important to note that you are getting a big difference in product. And if you could get your hands on one of the old shades that you really liked I'm sure they're probably still circulating around Nordstrom Rack and like TJ Maxx and those kinds of places, you might be able to pick up one of the old formulas. And if you really like it, these things last you forever. I have never gone through one because They are gigantic and they're a big chubby tip. It seems like one of the things they were trying to address with the new formula is the big chubby tip, and so now you can get a lot more precision. I've personally never struggled with getting a crisp line with this formula, but I also am not too concerned about it, and I'm not trying to get super duper detailed. I also know that, like, to my mom, things like the tip and the packaging are a little bit more important than they are to me with lip products. I wanted to compare two of the shades. So I have the shades Hush Hush Henna and Rich Rose in the new formula. And then in the old formula, I have Hush Hush. And then I have Scandalous, Espionage, Dolly Danger, Code Red, and Anonymous Allure. So I unfortunately only have one of like the pairs of shades that are supposed to line up, but I still wanted to compare the color. They are similar but not the same. This is the new formula of Hush Hush and this is the old one. And the new formula is a little bit more mauve or mauve, and the old one has a little bit more brown, if you can see that there. Other than that, it's still kind of a mid-toned pinky nude. I'm wearing the shade Rich Rose right now. I think it looks nice. When I first was applying it, I was struggling with it being a little bit patchy, but I think now that I've been talking and it's gotten to like settle onto my lips, I don't notice that anymore. So this might be a kind of quick swipe and just go on with your life kind of lip product. If you try to fuss with it, I feel like that's why I was getting the issues with it feeling patchy, because I was sitting there messing with it for a while. The other shade, Hush Hush Henna, I am going to take this off and put it on. Talking about the formula a little bit right now, it's very thin. The old one, a complaint that I've heard about it is that it's a little bit waxy, and I do agree with that. If that's something that you dislike, you won't like this formula. And I don't think you'll like the new formula either. It feels a little bit waxy on the lips. It's something that I don't mind because I've never minded feeling lip product on my lips, just because I've been loving and wearing makeup for so long that it doesn't bother me. And I don't know, I feel like even the weightless lip products, you still kind of feel them, so I've never really understood the need for a weightless lip product. And these ones are, I would say, a little bit creamier. This may be because of the size of the tip, but if you press down, you will kind of disrupt the product just slightly. Whereas in the old formula, if you press directly down, you have to like press really hard to get the product to move about. Both are really nice. I understand why they revamped their formula. A lot of brands are discontinuing things and bringing out new versions of those things constantly, so I don't blame Buxom for wanting to jump on that train. So it makes sense that they would come out with a new lip liner formula, especially since lip product seems to be one of the niches that they're really buckling down and like focusing on. They've got like velvet, they've got like liquid lip products, they've got lipsticks, they've got lip glosses, and they have lip liners, and I think they've been trying to really keep that market fresh, because when Buxom first came out, what I remember was their big thing of glosses. So they've kind of always been a lip product first company from what I remember of their advertising. So to me, it makes sense that they want to keep that going. So I'm going to very quickly remove Rich Rose, and then we will apply Hush Hush Henna to my lips. So this is Hush Hush Henna, and I'm going to do half of my lip with the new formula and half of my lip with the old formula, and see if we can actually tell a difference on the lips, because sometimes swatches are a little misleading. this is a perfect example of a dupe where maybe when you're like looking at it really closely, it's not exactly the same, but as soon as it's on the face, you can't really tell a difference. So I think for all intensive purposes, if you really, really loved the Hush Hush shade, and I'm assuming the Dolly shade and a couple of the other pairs that they have in the formula, and you're out, you could very easily reach for this new Hush Hush shade and be equally happy. Hush Hush and Scandalous are two of my favorite lip liners in my makeup collection. They kind of sit with my everyday makeup, so I am excited to see how I'll end up reaching for these. I've always tended to prefer a pencil liner over a retractable liner, but the only retractable liner I've ever had is this Revlon one, which I'm not a big fan of. So maybe now that I've got some nicer, newer ones, that will change a little bit. But other than that, I hope you are having a good day wherever you are. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I enjoyed sitting down. I've worn these ones before, but I really just wanted to sit down and talk about the formula. They feel the exact same on the lips. It's really just a packaging change and maybe a slight color range change. I am curious to see if they're going to come out with more colors in this formula, because they had a pretty big line before. They had 20 shades in their original formula, so maybe around holidays or sometime next year we'll see a shade expansion. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please let me know down below if you did, and I hope you are having an incredible, awesome day wherever you are, and that I get to see you in a future video. Thanks, guys.